like to welcome you guys back to the GreenHulk Garage. Today we've got a special video. We are out here on Beaver Lake in Arkansas to ride the new 2024 Sea-Doo models. Across the board, they've got new stuff coming out. They've made changes to the Spark. They've made changes to the Switch. They've got an all-new model, the gtr-x 300, and now the RXPX and rxt-x 325. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed all of the models. Of course, the one that speaks to me the most is going to be this RXPX 325 that I'm on now. Just from looking at it, you can see that the carbon fiber hood and the steering damper from the RXPX Apex from last year is now standard equipment. This particular model is equipped with the tech package, the sound system with the nice big dash, but other than that, this Sea-Doo is really packing a punch. It's not just a minor change to get to 325. It's not just a sticker. Sea-Doo made some drastic changes to this engine that I'm really excited to see and get my hands on in the future. Probably the biggest change made to the 325 is going to be the new Supercharger design. They went away with the old style Supercharger that's been using the same basic concept since the early 2000s, and we now have a smaller impeller. It uses planetary gear system to spin this thing at nearly at 100,000 RPM, and it's producing 15 pounds of boost at 8250 RPM, which is much higher than the outgoing model. With the new Supercharger is coming a new clutch design. They went away with the friction washers at the old style Supercharger, and now we have a cam clutch that is supposed to be non-serviceable and should never fail. So you should never have Supercharger slipping issues. You should never have to worry about friction washers failing. It should be a bulletproof design with the new 325 engine. Another thing to note with the new Supercharger is it's producing less heat because it is more efficient. This 325 engine is still using the same intercooler that is very efficient, so we never really had high intake air temperatures before, but I would expect to see those a little lower, probably right at the lake temperature or just a little bit over that. 325 is now using an 8250 RPM rev limiter compared to the 8040 of the 300. Now they're able to turn a higher RPM on this because it has a revised valve train. It has different springs and retainers, and it also has forged rocker arms. The old style rocker arms were known for braking at high RPM. The Sea-Doo has really bulletproofed the valve train for this new 325 engine. Aside from that, there's a new intake manifold with shorter runners and a larger volume plenum. There's an O2 sensor in the exhaust manifold for the new ECU, and it's operating on a closed loop system. So it's constantly reading the air-fuel ratio and making small changes so the air-fuel ratio is always perfect where it needs to be. The new 325 engine is also going to host a new intake design and a recirculating blow-off valve to help with the new Supercharger. If you want a more detailed look at this engine, please visit the greenhulk.net forum. I will be putting a link in the description below, and there you will find a very detailed article as to everything that has been changed for this new 325 platform. Now, getting to ride the new RXPX and rxt-x 325, I was able to achieve 68 miles per hour at 7,300 RPM. Now, this means when this ECU is unlocked, there is a lot of room to grow because this engine is making lots of power. They told me earlier with the speed limiter removed, it was hitting 78 miles per hour on GPS on a bone stock watercraft, and that is absolutely fantastic. So straight from the factory, this 325 is not going to achieve a higher top speed than the outgoing 300, but it's going to accelerate much harder. This model is supposed to get to 60 in 3.4 seconds compared to the 3.6 of the 300, which is substantial. And riding it, you can really feel the mid-range torque. It feels a lot stronger than the outgoing 300, and this is going to be a really hot ski with the changes that have been made. So this new RXPX 325, it's designed for speed, it's designed for a buoy course, and today we got to set up a buoy course and it was fantastic. This thing will wear you out going around buoys, and I'm highly impressed with it, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it and modify it and squeeze out every ounce of power that this platform is capable of. Be sure to check out the greenhulk.net forum where you will find the detailed article for this engine, this ski, and all the other new stuff that Sea-Doo has coming out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next video.